cave. I'll be fighting till I cave. Monsters hiding in my fears, bloody masks and deadly leers, fending off the painful jeers. Victory drowning in my tears. Battle cries in black and void, demons that I once enjoyed. Now a strength that can't avoid, living past, I'm forced to destroy. 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 Moonlit graves and evil schemes, fighting phantoms, haunting dreams, echoes of forgotten screams, horror not as it all seems. Battle cries in black and void, demons that I once enjoyed. Now my strength I can't avoid, living past, I'm forced to destroy. To destroy. To destroy. To destroy. To destroy. To destroy.
In the still night, whispers float. In the quiet, heartbeats slow. No clash, no roar, just silence. In the shadows, battles won. I see through foggy veils, no swords to raise, no cries to wail. Victory's touch in ghostly hue. Darkness glows a pale blue. Silent shadows trace the ground. In this silence we are bound. Greatest victory found with ease. No need to fight, no need to cease. Creeping through the twisted wood, echoes shards where warriors stood. Just a breath, just a wish. No more war, no final fist. Wisdom whispers in the night. Strength in peace, no need to fight. Witness walk in soft embrace. No battle scars, no deadly taste. Silent shadows trace the ground. In this silence we are bound. Greatest victory found with ease. No need to fight, no need to cease. Silent shadows trace the ground. In this silence we are bound. Greatest victory found with ease. No need to fight, no need to cease. Shadows crawl from the grave, whisper secrets dark and brave. Eyes that pierce into the night. Monsters come, we must fight. Candles flicker, casting dread. Ghostly wails fill my head. Chasing demons lost in time. Sanity a steep climb. Off with his head, she screamed. Blood moon's eerie gleam. Battle cries
Alright, evening everybody. Welcome to another episode of Bitey's Breaks. Good to see y'all again. Tonight we are going to be continuing on with our playthrough of Dragon Quest VII. And just a heads up, I did play a little bit off screen. Mostly to spare y'all seeing some of the grind. Oh, excuse me. We have gotten our new classes. We went with Priest for our main character, Bitey's. He is now rank 3. That gives us access to... There we go. Heal and Squelch, Whoosh, Buff, Mid-Heal, and Fizzle. So that gives us some good ability to deal with spellcasters and healing ourselves. Maribel is rank 3. Predominantly, we went with that to get access to Sap. The other ones are nice. Cuss Sap specifically would be really nice for this, but we're not going to grind that much. There's no need to. And then Ruff, we went with Martial Artist. And he's fine. He's just our generic damage dealer this level or this low in the game. We don't really need the other ones, the other abilities for him. Like, none of them are what I would say would be holy shit necessary. Excuse me. None of the hats are good enough. The tin pot I only like using right now. Because it drastically kills his agility and charm. And Ruff's whole thing is agility. Yeah, we'll leave it for now. The defense is more important. So, the arena, it is going to be 3 or 4 back-to-back fights. So this is very much a grind. Oh, god damn it, I forgot to turn the sound on. Sizz. Alright, so cut loose abilities change whenever you have your classes changed. Maribel's now, all of her spells will land critical hits for a few turns. This is, as you can imagine, really good for melting bitches. If you use a multi-target spell with that, every hit will be a crit. This won't res anybody, but free heal is free. You're dead. Ouch. Thank you. I will take that. attacking people with the power of crack. Ah, you're not who I wanted to hit. So, fun story. If you go to attack and a party member is confused, they will appear at the top of the attack list. That is just a handy little bit of information. No reason why I'm saying that. Remember, if you're watching Mr. Bitey's, you're watching for the quality gameplay and the expert level skills. Okay. So, that's battle 1. Now, the plus side, because of the remaster, at the end of every battle, all of your dead characters are revived with 1 hit point. As long as I can go first, my first action... Oh, they're fully revived. Okay, well that's a lot easier. Not affected. Cha-cha-cha. Blap. Yep. Bang. Alright. That rare moment when Maribel remembers she has a shield. Alright, it's not glowing yet, however. One thing to pay attention to, buffs are becoming more important in the game. If you look next to your character's icon, you'll see all the buffs and debuffs they have. And when they're a turn or two away from fading, they will actually start blinking. If you apply any instance of that buff, no matter how strong, it will immediately renew at the appropriate level. So the max, for example, for attack, the max number of buffs you can have is 2. Ruff had 2 already. If it had been glowing when he gained a new stack, it would have gone up to 2. Or it would have stayed at 2. Boop. Boop. That was a big fucking boop. Now we're going to save her cutting loose for the final fight. Alright, we are now 19. Okay, it is 4 fights. I don't know how I feel about fighting a priest and his grabby hands. I get that Dragon Quest loves its puns, however. Alright. Get used to healing Maribel. That shit happens a lot. Nice, simple. Nothing too complicated this early in the game. And unfortunately, I don't have any wake-up skills. I could have tried to fizzle him. Oops. That was more important. I heal Maribel. Oh, if that had worked. Alright. Plus side, normal battles typically give you 4 vocation points. These are giving me 8 each, so good luck. Excuse me. Professionalism. That is the other thing I love about my stream. And now here is Nava. Oh, 1 second. Oops. I definitely didn't leave fate. God damn. I glance away for 1 minute. Fuck it, let's try it. Hey, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Meatloaf was right. We'll save his cut loose for now. We'll claptrap on the slime knight that is not. And she is just gonna spam bound. Or bound. Cool. God damn it. If she would quit casting bound on herself, I would try to do things, unfortunately. There we go. Let's risk it. Let's risk it. Hey, it worked. That's right. Fuck you. Hey, Mad, welcome to the stream. Good to see ya. How you been doing? All right. There we go. Hey, 3 hit points is still surviving. Ruff is now level 4. And she's dead. Now, why didn't you fight in the fucking tournament? I feel that. I'm trying to stay awake until the stream ends. You guys are here for me to face plant while playing games, not to watch me literally face plant. Oop. Of course. Alright. Thwap. Yeah, let's go ahead and claptrap. Yeah. Regain some mana. That'll probably... No, almost. Of course. This'll kill him. Yep. Yeah, that's kind of my problem. There's a couple shows out there right now that I want to watch, but the only real free time I have is like 20 minutes before my bedtime. And I am not in my 20s anymore. It sucks to say, but it's true. That's not worth it. Oh shit, it may have been worth it. It would have been worth it, okay. Right. I remember when I switched from night shift to day shift, that shit fucked with me hard. Worse than going from day shift to night shift, oddly enough. Let's go ahead and save it real quick, because I don't want to do those fights again. Yeah, basically. Alright, how am I doing level-wise? She is right there to rank 4. Which gives Sizzle and Kasap, neither of which are really important for this fight. Okay, we can't do those until we beat the boss. And that is okay. Let's kick his ass. Yeah. I'm hopeful in the next year going to be fully self-employed. That's my hope, my goal. And that's gonna be weird schedule-wise. I like how he has the pierced nipples and the belly button tassel. I think that's a really nice look. Good on him. Fail? No, it worked. Okay. Fizzle is not going to work. Let's start buffing. Yes. Again, all of the Dragon Quest is known for its puns. Akira Toriyama was always big in the Dragon Quest series, Dragon Warrior series. The game, all of them are just full of puns like that. That's probably not going to do shit for damage, but yeah. Doop, doop. That's right. His was just born again right now. Let's see how Whoosh does. Nah, better to just attack. Yeah, let's try it. It at least does damage. Yeah. Her spells right now are shit. So there's no real point in doing that. I also don't think there's a point in buffing, but we're going to do that shit anyway. Oh, hell, I should have, what's it called? Should have done Claptrap. Wasn't paying attention. Oh well. There are what advice would I give aspiring storytellers? There are no original stories, just original ways of telling them. You will absolutely come up with a story that you think is new and unique, and someone's gonna go, well, that's just fucking Lion King, right? Like, that's just Hamlet. That's just blah, blah, blah. And they're probably gonna be right. But like the old saying goes, the devil is in the details. That's also where the story is. It's you're not you're there are only so many stories in the world, and humanity has existed for tens of thousands of years. You're not going to tell a fully unique story. There are always going to be flashbacks to something else. The trick is in knowing those elements, utilizing those elements, and changing those elements, messing with them. Damn, that was a staff hit. Okay. I am okay with that missing because he's strong against sap and it hit twice in a row, so that just feels like karma. But no, that would be my advice for storytellers. Don't get too hung up on, well, I have this idea, but it's like blah. Look at how it's like whatever story, you know? And then see how you can change that, see how you can fuck with it, and make it something that's yours. I remember I was working on one game. It started as a D&D game, but then I later moved it to other systems. And the whole premise was thousands of years ago, right? Millennia ago, this businessman bought a planet. And his goal was to basically make a planet-wide Renaissance fair / Disney World. And that was his goal. So one of the big plot points was he had these actors and he brought them to the planet. And he had a machine which, back in D&D in 3.5, in the Book of Vile Darkness, there was a spell. Heads up for anyone listening, the name is accurate, but the name is, well, it's from the Book of Vile Darkness. So the name of the spell was Mind Rape. And it was basically an enhanced Modify Memory. Modify Memory only worked in 5-minute increments. This spell was a level 9 spell, and it allowed you to completely rewrite a person's memory. Every second of it. You saw their entire memory, and you could change it as you saw fit. Decidedly evil spell. But the guy was a businessman. He didn't care about morality, he cared about profit. Yay, capitalism. So what happened was, if you were an actor and you agreed to work for him, you would sign a 2-3 year contract. He would wipe your memory, but he would save your memory to a hard drive. And you would go down to this planet, not just acting like Sir Reginald the Paladin, but truly believing you were Sir Reginald the Paladin. It was that added level of authenticity that he wanted. And then once your term of service was over, you'd get your memory back and you go about your merry way. I thought that was a really cool, really unique idea. And then 2 weeks later, a friend of mine was like, hey, Joss Whedon has a new show out. It's called Dollhouse. You should watch it. For those of you that don't know, what I just described to you, the big plot twist, where these, the descendants of these characters of blah. So in my game, the whole point was like you went down, you thought you were Sir Reginald the Paladin, and then an event happened and the planet was cut off without getting too far into it. So now generations go by, millennia go by, and the original actors are all dead, but that machinery is still going on in the background, and now everybody is descended from this Bob the actor who thought he was Sir Reginald the Paladin. Dollhouse, characters are made blank, a blank slate, and then for missions, they are basically given memories to make them whatever they need to be. And the base, it was the same thing. It was really fucking frustrating. But my point is, again, lots of rambling. I do that. You're going to come across someone else that has done your basic story. It's gonna happen. There's nothing you can do to avoid that. So don't try, don't get discouraged. Make your story stand out by tweaking the details. That's where the true story lies. Give your characters twists. You know, in Hamlet, Hamlet and his wife had a unique relationship. Twist that dynamic. How does that change the story? You know, oddly enough, my current boss's name is Bob, but that's really it. Not a lot of important Bobs in my life. I would love to be able to say, yeah, you know, it's based off my first godfather who fought a fucking ninja to save my, I don't know. Nope, it's just a fucking name. Sorry, one more mystique ruined. Just fucking die. If I could change any existing TTRPG system out there, if you had asked me that question a year or two ago, I would have had a lot of answers. Today, I don't want to change any of them because I'm making my own. Fuck them. Joking aside, one of the things I miss, so I'm going to go back a little bit. I used to play D&D 3.x, 3.0, 3.5. One of the things I really liked about that system, whatever else you could say about it, and there was a lot to say about it. Jesus. Goodbye, Maribel. Oh, hey. His MP ran out before his fucking HP did. Cool. Anyway, say what you will about 3.5, 3.x, and there's a lot to say about it. One of the things they did really well that I miss, in 3.5, most classes had very shitty capstones. And that's because you were like level 20 abilities. And that's because you were never intended to reach level 20 in a class. The basic premise was you would level up to like level 5, maybe level 6 in a base class. Right? Your fighter, your wizard, your monk, whatever. And then you would prestige class. So you may only go from level 1 to 6 as a wizard. But then starting at level 7, you start taking ranks in Archmage. And now you're an Archmage, and you get spells based on that, and you get special abilities that a wizard never will. You may start as a fighter, but as the story progresses, you become a purple dragon knight. Or you may start as a ranger, but later you uncover some of your elven heritage and you become an arcane archer, right? Like, that was the point. And I miss that. I really liked that idea. It was really good at combining mechanics with the narration. And I feel like some systems, D&D specifically, has gotten away from that. And they fucking shouldn't. Top character archetype is absolutely a monk style character, a hand to hand specialist. I also often play high charisma characters or just shenanigan douchebags. But hand to hand, I've always loved that archetype, that fantasy. You know, anyone can rock up to the dragon with a ancestral sword, or wielding the power of the gods, or using spells that can tear the heavens asunder. It takes a special type of person to rock up to the dragon in the fantasy equivalent of jeans and a t-shirt and just start backhanding it. And I am that special person. Otherwise, I tend to do a lot of, especially if it's a system I've played before, I'll kind of spin a picker wheel and see what it decides I should play. And then fuck with the character idea based off that. My last couple characters have all been picker wheel creations, whether whole or in part. Fucking die. There we go. God, that fight took forever. But hey, we made rank 4. Hey, keep the questions coming. Oh, speaking of... Yeah, it's funny because they removed that costume. No, you're good. So the hardest thing is a storyteller, DM, whatever. This answer varies based on who I'm playing with. If I'm playing with people that I've, like my home group, people that I know and have played before, this isn't an issue. This is more when I'm doing pickup games or people that I don't know that well. And that is the concept of a session 0. I would argue that a session 0 is absolutely mandatory for a D&D, a Pathfinder, whatever game. I understand that in certain circles online, session 0 is kind of frowned upon as oh, that's just you guys talking about triggers and shit. I'm not a bitch. First of all, yes, you are. Second of all, session 0 is there first and foremost to make sure that all of you are on the same page. Above anything else. And I know it doesn't have anything to do with it, but I like that right after I said, yes, you are, my viewer count dropped. That's just great. Toodaloos. No, so I know that doesn't have anything to do with it. The viewer count is delayed, but we've all been in that game where 3 players show up with very serious characters for a very serious campaign, and 1 player shows up just like, I'm a fucking mountain biking witch from the future, right? Like, that stupid character idea. Can that idea work? Sure. And some of the best characters started as stupid ones. But it's D&D and any type of tabletop RPG, this isn't D&D specific, has a problem with main character syndrome, if that makes sense. Tabletop RPGs, almost without fail, are ensemble cast games, right? Like, you are not the main character. The 4 of you, or however many people in the group, are the main characters. You're much closer to, like, the Avengers than you are Captain America. You need to make sure your team works together. You need to make sure you're all on the same page. Whether that's making sure you have complementary abilities, making sure you don't have 5 people showing up being the rogue, whatever. I show them the consequences of their actions. I am a big believer in living world storytelling. When I create a campaign, I create a boss. That's one of the first things I do. And I give that boss his own or her own goals, shit they want to do, things they want to accomplish. I give them a handful of minions sprinkled throughout the world, named minions, and then I give them shit they want to do. I let my enemies communicate with one another. If you want to be a murder hobo in Town A, that's fine. That's great. Have fun. But there are going to be repercussions. And they are going to be based off your actions. The story will continue. I have pages of notes. Pages of notes. I also like to write in general, so that helps me out a bit. But don't be afraid to use a document, a Google, even a simple Google document. Like, yes, you can go get a World Anvil account or get a free Canva account and do a bubble plot map, whatever. Like that's great. And if that works for you, fucking do it. But even just a simple even just a simple Google Doc can help. Okay. Oh, shit, fuck. Of course. There we go. So, tell me a little bit. What what's the campaign setting like that you know of? What dynamic is the DM and the group of players going for? I am a firm believer in shenanigans. I believe every party needs that silly little guy. Um, did you say what kind of animal familiar is it? Heh. All right. So with a raccoon, my initial reaction is to immediately play them as a little trash panda goblin, constantly getting into shit, constantly fucking with shit. Um, but you can also go the other way with that. Like if you're playing a scene kid Aragorn, or yeah, if you're playing a scene kid Aragorn, you can absolutely make him the little drama center of attention and just have the raccoon be completely done with his emo shit, trying to get him back on task, back on topic, yelling at him when he tries to go be fucking extra. You can absolutely play that dynamic as well, and that could work out well. Okay. Probably. In my experience, there's not much difference between the scene kids and the emo kids. Hey, that's the best way to be, man. Those are the characters that you make memories with. They may not be good memories. You may want to forget them, but you're gonna make them. Stop jumping, thumping Maribel. Ah. All right, so there you are. You are there already. Always a good idea to torture the DM. And I say that as the forever DM. Okay. Boop. Oh, I have paid back all of it in kind. I don't know. Sometimes there have been great moments, such as the Ice Hydra. I know I've mentioned that story on stream before. Sometimes there have been not great moments, like the fucking rock. Oh, God. A moment I will never forget, and a moment I wish I fucking could. Yeah. Breaking your shit. Hmm. No one's paying me to fight. Better drink. I'm not going to play that right now. All right. Most clever twist. So this wasn't a twist so much as a lesson. So back in again 3.0, there was a spell called Wish. Now, Wish did two things. Number one, it could do one of two things. So number one, it could mimic any other spell in the game, even if you normally wouldn't be able to cast that spell. Fucking Jackie. Anyway, we had a player who was new. Let me backtrack. So, that was the first thing it could do, right? Imitate any other spell in the game. You're hot to trot. But the other thing it could do was anything you wanted, talk to your DM. So we interpreted that as basically a monkey's paw. You can wish for whatever you want, and you're gonna get it. Oh boy, are you gonna get it. So there was one new player. Again, he was new. I'm not bashing him. He was playing, and I can't remember the name of the race, but it was from the old Oriental Adventures Handbook, and it was basically a bird shifter. So like a werewolf, only it turned into a bird. And he turned into a large canary. Well, he got a ring of 3 wishes, with 1 wish left, and he wished for, and I quote, 3 nifty items. So the DM, that glorious bastard, gave him 3 items that he thought were pretty nifty. He gave him 3 cursed items. Boots of Irresistible Dance, a custom gorget, a custom armored neck piece that made the wearer sing everything they said in a high falsetto, and a cursed sword of berserking. The player made the wish, got the 3 nifty items, while everybody else was asleep in camp, and immediately equipped them. Didn't detect magic. Didn't. Nope. Hey, 3 nifty items. Cool. Equip. And the player woke up to Big Bird river dancing and singing while he was slaughtering us. And thus a lesson was learned. Oh, what job do I want? Fuck it, Sparkle Princess. No. No, you're not. Hmm. Do not let the brat become High Priestess. Yes, so it again, it depends on the type of campaign I'm running. Sometimes I'll run medieval fantasy, sometimes I'll run cyberpunk, sometimes I'll run a vampire gothic punk. Yeah, that's us. So, depending on what I'm going for, depends to what I listen to, but I'll absolutely make a playlist and just a little bit before I'm about to run, just vibe out and listen to it. Working on the Shattered World, it was a lot of Courtney Barnes, Glitter and Gold, Sinners. Yeah. So the career sphere that I was just given is another one of those quality of life improvements. Normally, every time you master a job, ah, normally every time you master a vocation, you'd have to come back to All Trades Abbey to switch. With the career sphere, you can just do it anywhere, which is really nice. No, okay. All right. Yep. Oh, you bastard. Hmm. I don't know. That's a hard one. You can draw inspiration from fucking anything. Oh. I don't know. I'll have to think about that one. That's a hard one. I could debuff, or I could just blast the shit out of all of them. Muscle dance. That would do it. There we go. An ear bashing is better than a face bashing, yes. Hmm. I don't know who they are. We are not going to talk to him yet. We are going to steal all his shit first. And we can actually go back to the Abbey. We'll rest up real quick. We'll turn in our medals. And then save. Was it? That's right down here. All right, we're going to save it. It is currently 10:07. So after I save it, we will try to go beat the bandit leader real quick. Just because he gives us the final fragment to get to the next area. We can probably beat him. Was there? No, there was not. Okay. Hi. The mighty Pip. Shit. Jesus. There we go. Alright, we're going to stop trying that, because that's clearly not working. Fuck it, one more time. There we go. Oh, God. It's been a little bit. Honestly, probably one of mine. I run a Friday night Pathfinder game, and it's late. As you can tell. That's right, Mighty Pip. When you unlock the cool classes, make sure you have the stats for them. Hey, Fate, welcome to the stream. And yeah, basically, if table not meant for sleeping, why long and flat? Oh, precisely. How you been doing, my man? No, I don't want to hear you out. Must kill. Shit. All right. We're going to go into the desert. And as soon as we can, we're going to save it. I feel bad, Fate, because the past couple times now when you've hopped on my stream, it's been like 10 minutes before bedtime. And I'm really sorry. Everybody was tung fu fighting. Yeah. Yay! DMing now. Very nice. What are you running? If you don't mind me asking. All right. Hey, you know what? 45 by 45 meter room still counts. God damn it. Alright, you know what? Fuck this shit. I'm gonna save the old-fashioned way. I feel that on the attention span. Hey, that's still fun sometimes. Not everything has to be a sprawling, multi-narrative fucking thing. Alright, we are going to save. shit. Alright, everybody. Thank you for hanging out with me tonight. I greatly appreciate it. Our next stream will be Thursday. One of the characters died. Nice. Hide behind a wall of dead bards. Our next stream is going to be Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Yeah. Good night, everyone. Oh, fuck all. Y'all take care, be safe, and I will see you next time.